Lesson 14, A Noble Gangster. In this text, we'll talk about a gangster who lived a long time ago. 这一篇课文，我们要讲一个歹徒的故事。Now please listen to the text with this question. How did Hawkwood make money in times of peace? Hawkwood 在和平时期是怎么样赚钱的？
There was a time when the owners of shops and businesses in Chicago had to pay large sums of money to gangsters in return for protection. If the money was not paid promptly, the gangsters would quickly put a man out of business by destroying his shop. Obtaining protection money is not a modern crime. As long ago as the 14th century, an Englishman, Sir John Hawkwood, made the remarkable discovery that people would rather pay large sums of money than have their life work destroyed by gangsters. 600 years ago, Sir John Hawkwood arrived in Italy with a band of soldiers and settled near Florence. He soon made a name for himself and came to be known to the Italians as Giovanni Acuto. Whenever the Italian city-states were at war with each other, Hawkwood used to hire his soldiers to princes who were willing to pay the high price he demanded. In times of peace, when business was bad, Hawkwood and his men would march into a city-state and, after burning down a few farms, would offer to go away if protection money was paid to them. Hawkwood made large sums of money in this way. In spite of this, the Italians regarded him as a sort of hero. When he died at the age of 80, the Florentines gave him a state funeral and had a picture painted which was dedicated to the memory of the most valiant soldier and most notable leader, Signor Giovanni Hawkwood.
So now, can you answer the question? How did Hawkwood make money in times of peace? He and his men would burn down a few farms and then demand protection money from the city-state. 他和他手下的人呢，会烧毁一些农场，然后从城邦这里索要保护费。但是注意，课文并没有以 Sir Hawkwood 来开头，而是用了大家更为熟悉的 Chicago 做开头的。因为在本世纪初，芝加哥是美国最重要的犯罪活动的滋生地。但是强盗行为并不是从本世纪初才开始的。课文也是用这样一句话来过渡，说 Obtaining protection money is not a modern crime. 从这儿，课文才讲到这个14世纪的歹徒，告诉我们他在和平时期和战争时期是如何赚钱的。课文结尾的时候呢，又说意大利人把他尊为一个高贵的英雄，就是我们课文的题目 A Noble Gangster. Right, now we'll look at the language points. 我们先来看一下标题 A Noble Gangster. 这里的 noble 包含了两层意思，一个呢是指的贵族的地位，就像他被称为 Sir John Hawkwood 一样。另外一层呢，指的是高贵的品质。比如英文中有这样的说法 Noble Savage， 一个高贵的野蛮人，就是说这个人貌似野蛮，但是内心的品质非常高贵，没有经过现代文明的污染的这样一个人。The owners had to pay large sums of money to gangsters in return for protection.In return for 这个词组的意思是 in exchange for 作为交换而要做什么。For example, what can I do for you in return for all your help? 这句话里的 in return for 就是说我应该如何报答你的帮助。If the money was not paid promptly, 请大家看 promptly 这个字。它的意思跟 quickly、immediately 近似，但是又多了一层 timely 的意思，就是说不仅迅速， 而且强调及时。Would quickly put a man out of business. To put somebody out of business 是迫使什么人无法再继续做生意的意思。那么 business 还有其他的常用的词组，比如说不再做什么生意 go out of business， 开始做什么生意 be in business， 或者 go into business。People would rather pay large sums of money than have their life work destroyed by gangsters. Would rather than 的意思是宁可做什么事情而不做什么事情的意思。For example, they would rather die than surrender. 他们宁死不屈。注意 rather 和 than 的后边要加动词原形。Have their life work destroyed by gangsters. 这里的意思就是使他们毕生的工作被 gangster 毁掉。注意 have 后边加上一个过去分词，表示一个被动的语态。have 在这样使用的时候，经常跟这些过去分词连用。Have something stolen. 什么东西被人偷掉。Have something broken. 被打碎。Have something taken, 被拿走。课文后边还有一句话也用到了 had 后边再加一个过去分词。The Florentines had a picture painted. 这句话当中的 have something done 的意思跟我们刚刚讲过的是不同的。它的意思是请人来画一张画，就是说请人修车、请人理发，这个时候的 have something done的用法。Their life work， 这里的 life 的意思是 lifetime 的意思，就是说 their work of a whole lifetime， 他们一辈子的工作。life 作为这种意思的时候，还经常这样使用。Life imprisonment 就是无期徒刑。My life savings， 我一辈子的积蓄。He soon made a name for himself. Make a name for oneself 意思就是 become known 或者 become admired 出名受人尊敬的意思。And came to known to the Italians as Giovanni Acuto. Come to 的意思是 gradually 渐渐的他就作为 Giovanni Acuto 被 Italians 所熟知。I'll give you one more example. In time, you may come to like him. 时间过去，你可能会渐渐地喜欢上他。Hawkwood used to hire his soldiers to princes. 这里 hire his soldiers to princes 的意思其实是 he used to make his soldiers hired by princes. 就是说使他手下的士兵受雇于princes. Hawkwood and his men would offer to go away. Offer to go away 的意思是提出要离开。Offer to do something 表示一个 be willing to do something 的意思。For example, I didn't ask, but he offered to pick us up. 我并没有让他这样做，但是他提出来要接我们。Florentines 或者读成 Florentines 是佛罗伦萨人，那么城市的名字是 Florence。注意不同的城市里的人会有不同的词尾，比如说巴黎人是 Parisian， 纽约人后边的结尾是 er New Yorker， 北京人也是一样 Beijing。我们说到上海人，它的结尾是 Nese Shanghainese。 The most valiant soldier. Valiant 的意思跟 brave 相近，但是除了勇敢之外，它还强调一层坚毅的意思。Most notable leader. Notable means outstanding， 杰出的，而且强调引人注目。表达引人注目，课文中还有一个形容词。He made the remarkable discovery. Remarkable 强调引人注目，但是只是讲非同寻常，并没有杰出的意思。这篇课文因为讲到的是久远的14世纪的事情，所以出现了很多表达时间的词或者词组。For example, there was a time when the owners of shops and businesses in Chicago had to pay large sums of money. 还有 In times of peace, Hawkwood and his man would march into a city-state. There was a time when 一般是讲曾经有那样一个时间，那个时候有什么样的事情发生，是表达一段时间。In times of peace, 当 time 后边加上 s 的时候，表达一个时期，这里就是说和平的时候。注意第一句之中呢，用的是一般过去时，第二句中用的是过去将来时，其实表达的是和平时期的一种习惯。除了表达一段时间之外，课文里还有的词组表达过去的一点时间。For example, as long ago as the 14th century. 早在14世纪，这里表达的是过去的一个点，用的也是一般过去时。还有这一句 Whenever the Italian city-states were at war with each other. Whenever 表达过去当城邦之间交战的那些时刻，或者说那些时间上的点，用的是 used to 表达过去的习惯。Alright, that's about the language of the text. 关于课文的语言我们就说到这儿。在我们结束之前，再来说两句课文的内容。大家都知道，意大利似乎是一个有黑帮传统的国家。非常著名的黑手党就是从意大利的西西里岛起源的。黑手党在英文中是 mafia. Besides, there are a lot of popular fictions and Hollywood movies about gangsters. 此外，很多畅销书和好莱坞的电影也拿黑帮社会来大做文章。在这里边，通常黑帮的人物会被描述成非常具有传奇色彩的人物。他们不仅反抗强权，而且还很有人情味儿。They are usually depicted as very legendary figures. They are brave, rebellious, and very human. 这呢，一方面反映出大众对一个神秘社团的好奇心理，另外一方面也看得出人们对一个不公正的社会权力的一种反抗或者抵制，就是 resistance to authority or power。说回到课文的标题 How could a gangster be noble? And how could Italians respect such a person? 也许意大利人天性过于浪漫，而喜爱传奇性的人物。而且如果一个世界上无法无天的话，或许一个强盗和一个贵族并没有什么本质的差别。Right, so much about this lesson. See you.